Getting ready for the holidays can be super stressful. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my best hacks to save you time and money. Have you ever wanted large ornaments on your tree, but you just don't want to spend the money? That's me. I have a hack for you, and no one's gonna be able to tell that you didn't spend a lot of money. Buy a pack of balloons. I got these off of Amazon. Now you wanna get the chrome balloons and get them in whatever color is gonna match your tree. These are red balloons. Next, you're gonna fill up your balloons and tie them. You don't want them to be really big, just kind of medium size. Then you can place them into your tree with this side facing into your tree, and they're gonna look like large ornaments. I think they totally look like ornaments, and they definitely give your tree something extra. How cool is this hack? This next hack is a super affordable way you can decorate your tree without spending a lot of money. All you need is one package of tinsel and you can decorate pretty much your entire tree. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the tinsel and you're gonna wrap it around the outside of one of your tree branches. Make sure that you can't see the tree on the end, and then you're gonna cut it off. You can do this all over your tree, and all you need is one package of tinsel. The only problem is it's gonna make a mess. I'm gonna show you the cutest holiday no-bake cookie treats. You're gonna need some Oreos and some almond bark. I'm gonna melt almond bark in the microwave. Now I'm gonna dip the Oreo into the white chocolate, completely cover it, and then place it on my parchment paper. I'm gonna dip it into the chocolate, and then I'll use my tongs. I want the top of it to be as flat as possible with chocolate. So when I pull it up with the tongs, I'll try to put the tongs on the side of the Oreo. And then I'll just drip off any excess chocolate and place it onto my parchment paper. Before they have a chance to dry, you're going to need to add on some of your toppings. Now on one of the Oreos, I'm going to put some eyeballs on. These are just sprinkles I picked up off of Amazon. And then I wanted to do some buttons because we're creating snowman. So in each of the packages, we're gonna have 3 of the Oreos. So on 2 of my Oreos, I wanted to do buttons. So I had some mini M&Ms. I'm gonna pull out the red ones and put those onto my Oreos before they dry. Now let everything set before you go on to the next step. These food coloring markers I picked up off of Amazon, I'm gonna use these to draw on my carrot nose, and then I'll use this black marker to make little dots for the mouth. If you're gonna be giving them as gifts, you can pick up some of these slender bags off of Amazon. I'll link them for you as well. I'll place 3 into my bag and tie them off. Looking at my calendar, I'm so busy right now with my work schedule. My kids are busy running to sports, but I still want to be able to eat healthy. That's why I love Factor, and I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. Now, if you're not familiar with Factor, they're actually owned by HelloFresh. I love HelloFresh for dinner, but for lunch, Factor is my go-to because the meals only take 2 minutes to prepare. Factor meals are fresh, they're never frozen, they're delivered directly to your house, and they're completely ready to go. The meals I order are called Calorie Smart, and they're all under 550 calories. I love that each week you can choose from 35 new meals on Factor's website. And I'm just gonna heat it up for 2 minutes. They also have add-ons like their juices. They're all really good, but my favorite is the apple, kale, and wheatgrass. The reason I love Factor is because I can have healthy meals and I don't even have to think about it. I love that with Factor, you can easily adjust your order size or skip weeks depending on what's going on in your life. Try Factor out for a week. I have a great coupon code you can use to get started. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code Fenwick50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Try it out. I know you're gonna love it. It makes life so much easier. So head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code Fenwick50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. If you have a ton of Christmas cards that you're gonna be writing this season, a hack you can try is using a glue stick to shut all of your envelopes at once. It cuts down on the time and it holds well in place. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Comment the words of the day, Christmas hacks. Have you guys heard of scent sickles? It's a way that you can provide a scent to your artificial trees. So if you don't have a real tree in your house, you can take one of these scent sickles, put it into your tree, and it's going to smell like Christmas. You can grab these off of Amazon. Now the 3 scents that I have are the Christmas berry, winter fir, and spice pine cone. I think my favorite is the Christmas berry, then probably the spice pine cone, and then I would say my least favorite would be the winter fir. They do come with hooks, but I'm just going to sit it on the branches. Now the directions say to hang all 6 scents and that the scent will last up to 30 days. A lot of times when we're decorating our trees, we spend a lot of time on the ornaments and different decorations, but one thing that gets often overlooked is the lighting, and the lighting is really important to make your tree look magical. Now, the best thing you can do is get a tree with a lot of lights on it, but another thing I like to do is change up the lighting to give my tree a little bit of variation. So this is an easy hack you can try. Go to Dollar Tree and get these small ornaments. They come in a pack with several in it. I like the white ones for doing the lights. What you're gonna do is remove the top to your ornament and then place it onto a light on your tree. It's gonna illuminate the light and look so cool and look like another form of lights on your tree. This next hack, I'm not sure if I can pull off, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna be making chocolate covered pretzel rod trees. So you're gonna need some large pretzel rods. You're also going to need some almond bark. So I'm gonna start by melting the almond bark in the microwave. I'm gonna mix in some green food coloring to my white chocolate so I can kind of make that Christmas tree color. Trying to deepen up that green color a little bit, so I added in a little bit of red food coloring, a little bit of blue food coloring as well. Now to form the trees, I was a little nervous to do this, but it actually was easier than I thought. You want to take one of your pretzel rods and break it in half and place it onto a cookie sheet that's lined with foil or parchment paper. Next, you're going to spoon on the mixture of chocolate. I started at the bottom where I needed the most chocolate. Then I added a little bit less to the middle and then a smaller amount to the end. You can also kind of move it around once it's on there, but you're trying to get a triangle shape to form a Christmas tree. And I repeated those steps on the other trees. I feel like the possibilities are endless of how you could decorate these. I'm gonna be using red hots to create ornaments. Put these in the freezer to dry, and then if you like to give these as gifts, you can package them in cellophane bags, and they are so adorable. Let me show you how to save a ton of money making these paper bag stars. These are large decorations that you can put out for the holidays. I'm gonna add hot glue to one of my bags and then place on another bag directly on top. You want 4 bags in a pile. Now create another pile of 4 bags. Now that I have all of my bags together, on the side where it's open, I'm gonna create a point. I'm gonna do the same thing on my other set of bags, so I'll place where I already cut on top of the other bag. Now you can create fun notches in the bags. Repeat those same steps by putting this bag on top so you can cut the notches in the same places. This is what they look like. Now I'm gonna hot glue this bag on top of this bag. Now for the fun part, I'm going to fan it open and pull it around so it connects to the other side. And then I'm gonna hot glue these two together. How cute is this? So I'll put hot glue on one of my ends. and I'll pull it around and hold it in place. Look how cute that is, and it only took 8 lunch bags. I wanted to share with you guys some quick tips to help you put together garland on your mantle. I know this can be intimidating for a lot of people, so here are my tips. First, how are you going to hang whatever garland you put on your mantle? The best thing to get are command hooks. I like to get the larger ones, the ones that will hold up to around 4 pounds. I put 2 on the end of my mantle, and then I usually put 2 in the middle. Now we have to add on our garlands. Now, I find the best thing to do when putting on garlands is to layer. I like to start with a base layer garland that kind of hangs and drapes down. This kind of gives a little bit more dimension to the bottom of your garland. This one I'm putting on is from Amazon, and I'll link it for you down below. Next, I like to layer 2 inexpensive garlands on top, and I'll just find the middle of it and then drape it over. Once I have those 2 top layer garlands on, I have 3 full garlands on there. I think the key whenever you guys are seeing these really gorgeous garlands is they're usually layering multiple garlands. After you get them on here, this is the most important part. You want to take the branches and mix them together. So move the branches around so that your garland looks like one big garland. Once you incorporate the branches together, you're not even going to be able to tell that they're separate garlands. If you have a mantle where you're going to be placing stockings, now's a good time to put your stockings on. I do it the exact same way. I use a command hook and I place them underneath my garland. These stockings I picked up at Walmart, and I will show you how I added the ornaments to them last year. I'm going to place all 4 of my stockings on, trying to get them to be similar spacing. Now here's a tip whenever you're hanging up your stockings. You want to make sure that you take your next stocking and overlap over your previous stocking. What that's going to do is it's going to hold your stockings in place. If you don't overlap them, they tend to just kind of go to the front and they don't look as cute. So just make sure that you overlap a little bit. You can see each one of these stockings is overlapping the previous one, and they just hang so much nicer. Next is the fun part. This is where you get to customize your garland depending on your taste or colors that you want to add in. I typically like to go in next with picks. I'm going to be putting in some pine cone picks, and I'm also going to add in different pine cones. A couple of my garlands had pine cones on there, but I like to add in a few extra. I'm also going to be adding in some gold picks because I'm going with kind of a gold, red, and green color scheme this year. Sometimes I will add on ornaments. This year I'm going to be adding on these gold vintage bells. I will link them for you down below. They are perfect on the tree or the mantle. Now I'm gonna stop there. I may add on some more ornaments in the future that I DIY, but this is a great base and honestly a beautiful garland for the season. Make sure you paint that subscribe button. If you're watching me on your phone, the subscribe button is right next to my channel name. Click the red subscribe button so it goes from red to gray. You can also click the notification bell so you can see more videos like my Dollar Tree DIYs, home hacks, and room makeovers. Here's a hack to make your hot chocolate a little extra. Buy a tub of Cool Whip and you're going to spread it out on a cookie sheet. First, line your pan with aluminum foil. You're gonna put your Cool Whip into your pan. You want your Cool Whip to be about 3/4 of an inch in thickness, so if it doesn't cover your entire pan, that's okay. Just put it on half the pan. Once you have all the Cool Whip down, place it into the freezer. After your Cool Whip has a chance to set up, you can use any of your cookie cutters to cut out fun shapes to put on the top of your hot chocolate. Your kids are gonna love this. Not sure how to dress up these Dollar Tree vases? Let me show you a trick you can use with just a little bit of ribbon. Find the center of your ribbon and start at the top and wrap it around the back. Then you're going to twist the ribbon like this, bring it around to the back, and then it's easier if you just Move your glass this way. Then you're going to twist it on this side. Bring it around to the back again. Twist it around. And then you want to try to line up your twists like so. Twist it around to the back. Twist the ribbon. Twist again. And then this will be the last time that I bring it around. Once you get it to the back, you can tie it in a knot and try to get it as tight as possible. And then just cut off the excess. You can add in a candle or your favorite florals. I have another Christmas tree hack for you. Now, if you'd like your lights to reflect and just look amazing at night, this is a hack you can try. On Amazon, I found these little mirror circles and they already have hooks in them. They come in a large pack like this. What you're gonna do is just pull off the film on either side and then add an ornament hook and then hang them all over your tree, and they look really reflective and gorgeous. One side is a regular mirror and the other side is gold. So I think I might put them on the gold side, but if they get flipped around, they're gonna be great on both sides. For some reason, every year I can never find all of my hangers to hang up my ornaments. Just pull out your floral wire. You can use that, wrap it around your ornaments, and they hang just as well on the tree. When it's time to put away the Christmas decorations, you may have already lost the containers to put your Christmas lights in. And you're thinking, okay, how am I gonna make sure these aren't tangled next year? What you can do is get an oats container, cut a slit in the top of the container, put the end of your lights in that container. Then you're just going to wrap the lights up around the container. Once you get to the end of the strand, put it into the container as well. Put the lid on and it's gonna store your lights up for next year, plus your recycling. Now, if you don't have an oats container, you can also cut off the end of a cardboard box. You can cut a slit in it, put your lights in there and wrap them up and throw them into whatever container you're storing them in for the year. It's an inexpensive way to store your lights and you don't have to worry about them being tangled for the next season. If you have a small tree or a tree that you want to be a little bit taller, consider using bed risers. You can buy 4 of these in a pack, put them underneath your tree, and then just wrap your tree with a Christmas tree skirt, and it's going to make it be a little bit taller. I would love to know what your favorite Christmas hacks are, so let me know down in the comments below. And make sure you subscribe because I want to see you back here, and I'll see you in our next one.